We all know what LangChain is and how powerful it is and all the tools and functions that it provides behind the scenes for you to build from very simple basic AI workflows to a very complicated advanced workflows, from like using custom AI models or using the GPTs or even fine-tuning models with the simple functions that you call, and it gets the job done. And that's why, for us as Perigon, we've decided to create a langchain-perigon integration that allows you to easily call and use the powerful Perigon API and access to the real-time data through this integration without implementing everything from scratch with the REST API. Just calling the LangChain in here will literally gives you all the powers that LangChain already has, and you can just hook your functions or like pass your workflows and frameworks right through the langchain-perigon integration. So if you head over to docs.langchain.com in here and you search for Perigon, or you can go to the providers section, integrations in here, sorry, not providers, but basically the same thing. And you scroll down all the way to the all providers in here, you see all providers, and just simply search for Perigon. You're going to find Perigon right here, real-time news and media monitoring. You click on it, and it's going to take you to the documentation page for how to use the Perigon LangChain integration. So simply, all you got to do, in a simple terms, is install the langchain-perigon package in here, and you can start using it right away. And for the integration in here, it provides two simple yet powerful retrievers to use inside of your flows. So the first retriever is the articles retriever in here to allows you to interact with articles. So you can clearly see in here, you can pass in a prompt, and you're going to return a set of match articles depending on like semantic search or vector search, and it's going to give you everything in here using all the 30 plus filters that Perigon provides. And the second powerful retriever in here is the Wikipedia. So this is going to give you access to pretty much all the Wikipedia content over there, all the Wikipedia documents and articles that you can find, and you're just like one prompt away from getting the right article that you were searching for. For example, you can provide here machine learning. It's going to give me all the documents related to machine learning from Wikipedia with just one function call, literally with one function call. But if you're looking for more advanced usage, you can go to like full user example in here, and it's give you like, more advanced stuff, from using it to like basic usage to advanced Wikipedia search, like, searching for the instance label or different categories, time-based filtering in here, or even async usage using the async.io package. I mean, I would really advise you, if you want to just like jump into the weeds of this, to go ahead and check out the full documentation by clicking, see the full user examples. It's going to take you to the Perigon documentation here, and it's going to give you everything that you need, from like credentials, like authenticating with the Perigon API, getting your API key and authenticating with the LangChain integration and everything, to using the retrievers from basic to advanced, including all the different examples that you would need. So to see the full potential of the integration in here, I built this very simple example using Streamlit, and just like a very simple interface that allows you to choose a model that you want to use. For example, I'm going to choose GPT-4o, and you can search like using different configuration or choose a search mode. So smart routing here is going to detect the best source, whether articles or Wikipedia, or you can choose articles only, Wikipedia only, combined search, or parallel search, which is super fast as well. I could go with news articles only, so just give it a try. You can use the advanced filters in here from like different stuff, and yeah, that's it. That's pretty much going to give you that. So for example, we can search for AI companies that got funded in the past week. So click and enter in here. We'll go ahead and use our integration to grab the latest articles regarding those companies, or AI companies particularly, that got funded. And we'll just go ahead and use that as a context for providing accurate and up-to-date information. So as you can see in here, it did return a bunch of companies for us. For example, there's Sesame, Vercel, Cerebras, Grok, Eve, many more, and there's LangChain. So LangChain raised $125 million to support the expansion of AI framework, and it's like happened just recently. I'm pretty sure about that, but we can go in and search. So I can do LangChain funding, and so reflections on a 3-year of building LangChain, October 20th. So last week of October, which is last week, and we got 3 years ago, and it's gonna be where is it? 125 million. There you go. So it got us a very accurate information about this. Very, very easy, and it was very quick. That's because, we're using the articles retriever. Same thing happens or works with Wikipedia. So if you're going to ask it about latest developments, I don't know, in machine learning or something, or if you're going to ask about a very specific algorithm, or very specific details or in the weeds of stuff like that, it will go ahead and use Wikipedia to get that specific information for you, which is phenomenal. It took a little bit of time just simply because we're not streaming, so we don't have streaming enabled, but if streaming was enabled, it would have taken 1 or 2 seconds. But yeah, particularly in here, it's returning different latest developments in machine learning, 2024 and everything, or January 2025 large-scale models and everything. So it just gives you all the details. And you can ask about particular stuff. So Wikipedia is more meant for, detailed explanations and very accurate information about science or tech or history or anything you are interested about. But the articles are, of course, about real-time, up-to-date information and data. All right, awesome. So now let's go and use the integration to create a very simple example. So I've head over to the SRC in here. And by the way, this repository, you're going to find it, link in the description below. It's, the project that we just created. So you're free to wander through this, read the code, understand better how we implemented that to get the full picture. Or if you, like something, you can fork it, work with it, improve it if you like, do whatever you want with it. So if you go SRC in here, go examples, I'll create a bunch of examples. One simple example, one is a Wikipedia example, and one is the LangChain expression language, which is the LCEL example in here. So I'm going to go for the simple example in here. So to get started with langchain-perigon, all you simply need to do is just install the langchain-perigon package, and you import the articles retriever articles filter. So this is just like more of a type of the different filters that are available, but the main important part is the articles retriever in here, which will be, your retriever for particularly that. So you can go and call article retriever, pass in your Perigon API key. So you can either pass it through the parameters like this, or provide it through environment variables, which is much more recommended and much more secure. So you just provide it as Perigon-API-key, something like this, and just put your API key in here and remove this, and it will read it from the environment variables immediately. And right after that, you can use the retriever in here to invoke whatever you want. So for example, I want to know latest news about artificial intelligence developments. You're going to give me a list of LangChain documents. Those are LangChain documents, so you can pass and process them through the LangChain, all their LangChain available functions and whatever you want. So you can literally do whatever you want with them in here. So they are a valid LangChain document, and you can play around with them. And you can use filters in here and provide different filters. Regarding the filters, there are plenty of filters available, providing, for example, the size of the results, show reprints. Those are reprints of different articles, and the different filters in here, like RAG filters. Clearly seeing here, there's a bunch of filters available, and you can read or know about every single one of these filters inside of our documentation for you to understand better how things work. But this is how basically a simple example works. Now, jumping to the Wikipedia, it's basically the same thing, but now we import the Wikipedia retriever. Same thing for the API key in here. Same thing if you want to invoke like quantum computing or something. And now Wikipedia has a different options compared to the articles. So if you click on this, it's going to take you to the Wikipedia options with its own filters and like Wikipedia filters in here. So you can filter using title, summary, text, wiki data ID, reference, even with page views. So you can filter specific Wikipedia pages that have higher or a minimum of page views. Maybe you want, trending pages or something like that. So that is actually possible as well. So you can grab the options and pass these options through the wiki retriever, the invoke function, and just loop through the documents and print every single one of these documents. Now, last but not least is the expression language of LangChain, which is something I absolutely love. I think this is in the latest version of LangChain. So same thing in here. We use the articles retriever. We create an LLM. We're choosing GPT-5 Mini from Chat OpenAI, and we also have to create a prompt. So we can use the chat prompt template and create a template in here. So the template is simply to instruct the LLM how things are working. And it's clearly seen here, we provide in a context and input. Those are variables that are going to be replaced in runtime by the actual variables that you pass. So this will be replaced with our context, and particularly the articles we're going to grab from the articles retriever in here from the Perigon API. And the input in here is going to be the user's prompt or user's query or question. And we just provide a simple prompt in here. Next thing in here, we create a stuff documents chain by providing or combining both the LLM and the querying prompt. And this is like a chain. And after that, we create a retrieval chain using our retrieval and the question answer chain we created in here. And this will give us the final thing, which is the RAG chain. So I'm not going to go into the weeds of how things work from LangChain side, but that's a very basic example of how things work. Now, through the RAG chain in here, we can stream or just invoke the function. We provide an input, like the prompts, how a user would provide that, and we get every single chunk in here and we print it into the console log or into the STD out. All right, so let's go and try this particular script in here. I'm going to use Python, src examples, lcel example.py, click enter, and this should go ahead and invoke this, and you should stream that as well right into the STD out. So we should see this text being streamed right into the terminal here, which is going to be looking absolutely phenomenal. And there we go. So the text is streaming. It took a couple of seconds, but here we are. Streaming started, and it's getting all the information that we need. So it also tells you, based on the context you provided, the latest development in AI, and tells you what happens in AI like recently in here, by using the context, of course. And yeah, you can have a chat with it and everything. But that's basically, in a basic terms, how we should, or how you could use the langchain-perigon integration with the rest of LangChain's ecosystem and different functions, the expression language as well, and much, much more. So that was it, guys. That was the LangChain-perigon integration. You go and check it out on PyPi as well. Make sure to download it. You can read the documentation or the README of the open source repository. If you do find any bugs or issues, please submit issues right of the LangChain-perigon repository in here. I would be happy to check them out, fix the issues, and have a discussion. See you, everyone.